Previously on Horrible Film Recaps.
That starts icy to dull the pain, then gets hot to relax it away.
Hot stuff coming through.
Damn it, I want kibble now.
And now on to our feature presentation. The title of this movie is Die Hard, which is exactly how porn star Herschel Savage ended his career.
What's the deal with airplane food?
Asks Jerry Seinfeld. But some people don't like observational humour, especially those with guns. A shadowy figure with a giant teddy bear looks for someone who deals in black market stolen sentient teddy bears. This blind guy will do. He's even got a sign that helps. Yeah, I see it. Bet you he doesn't. Finally on the road, the teddy bear notices the driver wear sunglasses and asks, "Are you a blind guy?" The man replies, "No, I deal only with curtains."
Welcome to part 1 in a 12-part series on driving while blind. Step 1. Don't. Please insert the next audio cassette to continue this lesson.
But our real story begins here at Ramblin' Rob Records, home of mega K-pop sensation Bruno. The president of Ramblin' Rob Records addresses his lackeys.
Tonight is the 1-year anniversary of the loss of our greatest K-pop star, Bruno. He went to the bathroom and never returned. I fear he has perished from this realm.
An electronic, ska-punk, German folk trio arrive via courier truck from Vancouver, Canada, with Huey Lewis bumming a ride for work, 'cause he's working for a living. To enter the building, he has to prove he's not a robot, if only German, letting riffraff in unannounced. Huey is walking on a thin line with his job. Rapmeister Snape notices the security cameras come in both standard and human-shaped varieties. Meinzelmännchen, get ready to make a grand entrance.
Now, all the way from downstairs, Mainz Elman Shannon.
The teenage fans go crazy for Meister Snape. One fan ovulates. Old Man President was never a fan. Snape addresses his adoring fans.
I have come here to kick bubble gum and to chew ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. This is the title of our new album. Yes, I can whistle and play mouth guitar. I want to perform at the RoboCop Memorial Toxic Waste Plant and your Nevada offshore oil-sucking rig. Or the underside of this bridge. Godzilla likes to visit every summer. All I need from you is to tell me if you have a hidden vault. Where is it? How do I access it? Do you have an elaborate map room to help with the location of said possible hidden vault? Where is this fabled, elaborate hidden vault map room located? Does it have a code keypad? What is the code for the 9-digit keypad? My dear old man president, you will sign me to a contract as big as Bruno's was.
As big as Bruno was. You don't have funky, fresh beats. Yo!
I'm also gonna destroy all the other contracts. I will be your sole entertainment, and Tiny Tim will open for us. I will not ask again.
I cannot give you what you want. I have chronic head explosion syndrome.
Find me the Hidden Valley Vault map room.
They hear the distinct laughter of what people round these parts call the Phantom Menace. They also find the Hidden Valley Vault map room. Meanwhile, in another part of the movie, an unnamed character is looking for Jonesy.
Am I behind the wood pile, or is it a pile of wood? It's more like a stack of planks. Yeah, let's go with that.
After crushing his enemy's whittle neck under his massive ego, the Phantom rummages through the PBS tote bag for items to pawn. Meanwhile, in another part of town, Police Sergeant Carl Winslow picks up dinner for his family. As he steps outside, he hears a strange yet familiar sound. He feels compelled to investigate.
Hey there, big guy! What's the matter, Carl?
Wearing his Benetton map room attire, he dusts off the remains of elders on the giant cribbage board. Snape fingers the floor holes for fun. Checking the conditions are right, he puts on some YouTube library appropriate, getting it on music, and assumes the position. He penetrates one of the holes gleefully with his staff. A ray of light sensually cascades over the busts, statues, and finally lands on a spot on the holy temple, penetrating the wall with its hard beam. And thus, that is how babies are born. Having lost his tote bag, bad guy flutist rearranges furniture.
I want my tote bag.
I know that tote bag was like a brother to you.
I had flute reeds in it.
You big wuss puss. You cry for your tote.
I think he called him a wuss puss.
I've got contracts to find.
You're a big meanie.
Carl witnesses Huey Lewis doing his job naturally, but he is wary of musicians, like the time he thought he saw Sly and the Family Stone living on the street, which was probably true. I wasn't there. Carl was.
Hey, it's hip to be a square.
Carl feels a tremor in the force.
Come to me, bad guy.
Huey Lewis is watching the news. Carl senses something, a presence he's not felt since. He is unaware of the action sequence happening one floor above him. The Phantom has taunted this bad guy for the last time. His jeans warranty expires, which flips him backwards out the open window.
Steve Urkel's back and he's trying to kill me!
Did I do that?
I'm sorry, did I hear you right? Did you say Steve Urkel is back?
You heard me! That bastard is trying to get his revenge!
You do realise that Urkel bravely gave his life in order to save Christmas.
I don't care what you think. Get me backup. I want the cops, the FBI, the National Guard, the U.S. Army, the Salvation Army, the Space Force, and Darius McCrary.
Through process of insemination, Snape locates the vault.
Bring in the shovels.
They dig to reveal the vault well of contracts.
Get me bubbles.
With nothing better to do tonight, the entire police force shows up, much to the chagrin of the chief police officer, Police Officer Chief.
You called in a possible 196? You know Steve Urkel's been dead for years now.
They never found his body, and now he's back to get his revenge.
And this is why I hate working night shift.
All right, enough of this nonsense. We are packing it up and going home.
What? You can't leave. He's in that building and we have to stop him.
I'm a little bit drunk.
Hey, Carl, you don't think you can actually stop me, do you?
Oh, I'm gonna stop you, Steve, by sending you back to hell. Are you there, Margaret? It's me, Carl.
Oh, for the love of Benji, what do you want now?
All right, listen here. I want one of those newfangled tanks we got to break into that building and drag Urkel's ass out of there.
Fine, whatever. It's not like people will complain about their tax dollars going to waste.
And thus the newfangled tank comes driving up the lane. Unfortunately, the tank was built by Tesla and, well, you know the rest of the story.
Looks like you failed again, Carl.
This ain't over, Steve.
Call in my Terminator robot.
Trying to crack the vault code, TV decides to lend a hand.
We interrupt this Bruno tribute concert for some breaking news. Can you tell Rapmeister Snape where the vault code is?
It's on Mommy's desk.
Rapmeister Snape starts the panic dance competition and grabs the publicist as a dance partner. But he wants to dance near the vault. It turns him on.
You can't carry all that without a tote bag.
We had a tote bag, now we don't. But the Phantom stole it. My blonde flautist is now on the hunt for it.
You're losing it, Carl.
Listen here, Steve. It's about damn time you stop harassing me.
There is no end, Carl. You and I, we're in this together.
We're done, Steve. I'm gonna take you out and rid myself of your nightmarish antics.
Is that what you promised, Henrietta and Laura? You couldn't save them then, Carl, any more than you can save yourself now.
On top of the Smoky Mountain rooftop, flutist Ian searches for the Phantom, like an eagle with a machine gun.
I'm not on the roof, flautist Ian. That's made for exploding and jumping off of. Am I in the medicine cabinet? No way, Jose. I'm surely not gonna be in the room with all the shootable, breakable glass. That wouldn't kill me, unlike smoking. You have such a pretty flout mouth. Make love to me, flautist.
Ow! They take the scenic route to the shootable, breakable glass room.
I'm not home right now. If this is about the whereabouts of the tote bag, leave a message after the beep.
We're getting pretty close to the end now, Carl.
Oh, it's gonna end all right, Steve, when I'm standing over your broken corpse.
Wait, are you talking to Urkel right now? Give me that thing. Who is this?
Oh, hey, this is Margaret, down at the radio room.
So you're not Mr. Urkel?
No, I'm Margaret, down at the radio room.
And he's been talking to you this whole time?
No, he's been yelling into my radio, and I've just been here listening to his nonsensical ranting.
Officer Chief is starting to suspect something may be wrong with Carl. Snape finally checks his messages.
We have the Phantom cornered in the shattery glass room. If you would come up, I think it would be keen to fire weapons at him.
Gun party in the glass shattery room.
Snape backs away to the glass shattery room. They enter just as security measures are taken. Snape disables the robot with pulling power and is safe at third. He glimpses the blurry image of either the Phantom or Bigfoot and formulates a plan.
Yo, homie. Kanske gå limaro. Atirar no vidro. Scheiß auf das Glas. Shooto das glasu. Bang by glass.
The Phantom runs to the ticks.
Tixie, where's the damn exit?
Sorry, I flipped the footage. Hostess's deadly ring-ding. They see what bullets and booze can do when loneliness is in town, and somehow Ian feels empty, and not just in ammo and bladder. He just wanted to play the flute, and not second chair to Rapmeister Snape. Now he has his tote bag back, but at what cost? And thus Ian's anger broke him, like so many serving carts. I doubt they'll kick up any fuss, not for an old flutist like Ian. It was about this time that Police Officer Chief brought in some specialists, in the hopes that they could somehow get through to Carl.
So, Carl, have you considered the possibility that Urkel is just a manifestation of your past regrets?
You mean like what I couldn't stop Urkel from doing to my family? That regret? I gave that up a long time ago. Now I turned my anger into vengeance. And I will have it on this day.
Snape starts the ceremonial filling of the tote, unaware that one floor below him, the Phantom is attempting a Circus of the Stars-type stunt to get at him.
Would you like to swing on a star?
Well, Rog, now he's really pissed. Following the whiny, nagging voice of the publicist and the rustling of the tote bag, the Phantom triangulates Snape's whereabouts. Hearing the Phantom, Snape uses the publicist as a possible bullet sponge. She comes to the conclusion that Bruno is the Phantom.
It is I, Bruno,
a.k.a. the Phantom. Here's my wacky backstory, whether you want it or not. It was 1 year ago, on this exact night. My new album, The Return of Bruno, had gone double zirconium, and the record company was throwing a wingly, dingly party with unpunched fruit punch and germ-infested slobbery men. I went a-courtin' to find old man president. He said, "You need to talk to your publicist." We met where all meetings are held, in the bathroom. She wanted me to star in a Lipton iced tea commercial. How gauche. She stormed off after I refused such nonsense. They made the commercial without me anyway, and like a dreidel, I was made out of clay. Little did I know, a drunk flying helicopter got too close to the exploding roof of the building. I had just settled down for a foot carpet fetish when what to my wondering ears do I hear? An exploding helicopter exploding so near, and the explosion happened to knock me on my rear. After my concussion, I couldn't keep rhyming, but I cut up my feet something fierce. It would take 3 months for my foot to heal thyself. I also put newspaper down so I wouldn't get blood or mess all over the floor. The explosion knocked the power out to the elevators. Once I got settled down, I subsisted on cigarettes and a lunch pail I found with Drake's cakes. I would sleep in the air duct. I put air holes to breathe. Seeing emergency vehicles drive by, I would do my happy dance. But they would always help less needier people. Days turned to months. Weekends were for watching the lady. Sometimes cops would show up. I would pound the glass with my chair, and sometimes he would go away. Finally, I read a manual on a way to open the elevator doors. I hoped a large crash would alert someone downstairs that I was up here. I had to sacrifice my only friend, Dell. We said our goodbyes, and I shoved him off, waiting for the big splash. I tried something louder, but no one heeded my call. Out of desperation, I attempted the descent without Sherpa aid, but my carabiner couldn't support my soft, drakey cake physique. 1 year to the day, the IT maintenance man, James Trevette, turned on the elevators. He thought he heard Walker behind him and went into action. I had won my freedom at last, my sweet, tasty freedom.
Dizzily stunned by Bruno's story, Meister Snape falls out the window, and the publicist almost came tumbling after. Rap Meister Snape succumbs to his old nemesis, gravity. With the ticker tape contract parade in full swing, Bruno makes his triumphant return to the ground floor and sees an all-too unknown face walking towards him. After years of torment and torture, Carl finally snaps and tries to take back whatever sense of life he has left. But Steve Urkel's hold on Carl is too strong, and he succumbs to his inner demons.
Got any cheese? Pull your gun right now.
Get out of my house, Steve!
This concludes the movie recap.
Welcome to Tape 10 in a 12-part series in Driving While Blind. Step 10. For the love of all that is holy. Don't please insert the next audio cassette.
Please like and subscribe.